Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about the Hyper-V desktop switch and network types. So this is for Windows 10 or Windows 11 Hyper-V that you could run on Windows Professional editions. You could actually run it on the Home edition if you enable it, and we actually have a video on that if you want to check that out. Maybe I'll put a link in the description for that. So this will vary compared to the server version of how these switches and networks work. For example, for the server version, I don't think the default switch will give out IP addresses. I'm not sure, so you'll have to check on that if you want to confirm. Okay, so we have three types of networks. So we have the external network, which we have down here, and this will allow for your virtual machines to get on the internet via the network adapter on your host computer and also to the network that the host is on. And it also allows for a management virtual adapter as well. So if you need to access external resources from your virtual machines, you would want to use this type of network. And then your virtual machines will get their IP addresses the same way your host does. So let's say you have a wireless router that you're connected to your host, and that's giving out IP addresses via DHCP running on this. So your virtual machines will use the same method to get their IP addresses. Okay, then we have the internal virtual switch or network type. So this lets you isolate your virtual machines from the external network, and so they can only talk to themselves, but you still get access to your host via the management adapter. And actually the Hyper-V default switch is actually an internal type switch, which you'll see in a second here. And then finally we have the private virtual switch or private network. So this is if you totally want to isolate your virtual machines from even the Hyper-V host so they can only talk to each other, no internet access through the host, and no network access through the host. So if you're testing maybe something a little dangerous that you don't want to risk getting on your host, you could use this type of connection. Okay, so we have this basic Hyper-V installation going here on a Windows 11 professional computer with some virtual machines configured here, one of them running. So if I go to the virtual switch manager, you can see we have the default switch. Like I said, it uses the internal network and it's bound to the network adapter on the host, allowing management operations to share this adapter. Then I have this virtual machine here. Let me close some stuff so I can see it. Okay, if I go to the settings of this virtual machine, then to network adapter, you can see it's using the default switch right now. And if I open a command prompt, ipconfig, you can see it's got this IP address, the 172 address, which it's getting from the virtual switch via DHCP. And then if I do an IP config on my host computer, which I already have open here, you can see we have the default switch with its IP address, the 172.23 as well. So when you install Hyper-V, it'll configure this connection type on your host computer for you. Okay, so now let's go back to our virtual switch manager. We also have a private switch here that's using the private network. You can see it's not bound to the network adapter. And then we have an external switch which is bound to the network adapter. So now let's go back to the settings for this virtual machine here. Close this out. Back to the adapters. So we're going to change this to the private type connection so that way it can't connect with the host or the external network. So we could do an IP config release and renew, but I'm just going to restart it just for the sake of making sure it gets done here. Plus it's pretty quick to restart these VMs. Okay, we're back in, so you can see we don't have an internet connection. Let's go back to the command prompt. So you can see it's using an APIPA IP address, so 169.254 address. So APIPA is used when your computer is set to use DHCP, but it can't contact a DHCP server to get an address, so it's an auto-assigned address. So your other VMs will have this as well, and they can still communicate with each other using these APIPA addresses, or you could actually go in and assign them a static IP address if you want to use your own IP addressing scheme. All right, so now let's go back to the settings here, back to our adapter, and now let's go to the external switch type. And let's just reboot one more time here. Okay, we're back in. We can see we have a network connection there. So let's go back to the command prompt. So now you can see we have a 192.168.1 address, the Class C subnet mask. And then you can see here we have our external virtual switch with the 192.168.1 address as well. So I have a lot of other adapters here because I also have VMware Workstation and VirtualBox, so it looks a little cluttered. And then even if you go to the network connections, you could do this from the Windows 11 settings, but I think this is a little easier to see from the old control panel way. You can see we have this external virtual switch connection here as well. You get the same information, the 192.168.1 address there as well. All right, so as you can see, there are a few different ways you could connect to your network in Hyper-V for Windows desktop. So the server version is going to have more options. It's going to be more complex, but I just wanted to give you a quick breakdown of the different types that you could use on the desktop version. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.